Usually, I never get used to read a speech, but for today, I'm gonna read a little speech that we wrote, and this will give you a full picture of what we stand for, where we are, and where we are going. It is indeed an auspicious occasion, a great honor and privilege to be here with you today to launch and celebrate a nations of union, One Africa. Swahili Nation One Africa is a global initiative founded to unite Africa, explore the abundant opportunities of growth that exist throughout the continent, harmonize ideas, and best steps to harness these for the benefit of both the young and old generations. To date, Africa remains a continent blessed with numerous resources, yet it is still the poorest in the world. There are numerous internal and external factors that causes this dissonance. The World Bank estimates that by the year 2050, sub-Saharan countries will be home to more than 1 billion people, half of whom will be under 25 years. This demographic stands the best chance at transforming the continent. The most dangerous poverty of all is mind poverty. Colonizers paralyzed Africa decades ago using the education system. The imperialists to date use the divide and rule principle. Africans have for decades been turned against each other. The family unity in Africa, which served a pivotal as a building block of human behavior and society at large, where formative values and respect and responsibility were instilled by parents, all the social order is now disintegrating. Should we sit back and continue complaining while cursing the neo-colonialists? My people, eradicating mind poverty in Africa starts by acknowledging our history, being aware of the present, building on the future, and learning from our mistakes. My people perished and being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Knowledge remains the biggest challenge we face as Africans. Even with little knowledge we possess, partly our minds have been brainwashed and misinformed. The divide and rule approach of the colonialists remain prevalent even in the current times. Africa, we have allowed ourselves to be divided along with tribes, religion, skin color, clans, ethnicity, amongst others. One Africa, we declare our diversity is our strength. We embrace unity in diversity. Generations behind us are silently pleading for direction. The time is now to reconcile with ourselves, neighbors, and the whole continent. It will be a long road to healing, but in solidarity, we break away from the chains of division and walk the path to freedom. As we forge through this era of technological revolution, Africa should concurrently embrace transformative global trends, especially targeting our education policies. We should create tech corners and replicate across the continent to acquaint professionals in Africa with different trends on education and technology aimed at connecting them with the rest of the world. Unity, peace, and love run a resounding aloe. These three sum can only come through initiative that promote equality of opportunity. Africa is the world's youngest continent with 60% of its population under the age of 25 years. Africa is an envy of the globe, accounting for 19% of the globe youth population. Let us tap into the readily available labor force of the young men and women and detract them from joining extremism. Free them from taking risk journeys across Mediterranean Sea and from appalling conditions and inhuman treatment some experience in the Gulf region. We need to harness the potential of our young people. World Bank estimate that 40% of youth who join extremism are motivated by economic inequality. The exodus of our youth and other professionals through legal or illegal immigration should be a concern for all of us. Our social fabric is being broken, yet human capital is in abundance in Africa. Africans, We have the power to reverse the brain drain into skills gain. I envision an Africa where everyone gets quality education and accessible health service, where no one will be scared to show their ethnicity, religion, or belief, where everyone can traverse freely without being scared of their safety, where everyone is respected for just being a human, where love and peace are our resources for being. Giving is cherished. Sacrificing in service for the benefit of others are honored, where integrity, honesty, hard work, and result-based leadership are the core motivation for all people, especially those who lead us. One Africa needs more than just talent and passion. We need a rich network of like-minded people, dedicated professionals, experts in various fields, and vast ideas on moving forward to bring about change and prosperity to our beautiful continent, Mother Africa. For a long time, Western media and other foreign nations have manipulated and distorted the truth about Africa for their own gain. No one else can defend Africa but Africans. No one else can support or change this continent, Africa, but Africans. Africa is our home. Africa is our heritage. Africa is our pride. Africa is for Africans. That's why you clap, guys. Thank you, thank you. Collapse the borders. We, the African youth, are ready and energized to build our continent into prosperity. We have the ability to solve our own challenges without external interference and manipulation. We are advancing to reach all Africans across the planet through conversation for a better Africa. We are on a mission to defend the image and heritage of Africa, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and create a bridge for oneness and peaceful Africa. The core essence of our unity is towards a one Africa of solidarity in peace and love. Knowledge is power. Our people need to be empowered through genuine knowledge based on our values, customs, beliefs, and Africa before colonization. Let us join hands and share in the vision of our humanity, the vision for a one Africa. With all humility, I pledge today that one Africa will unite and build Africa and its people despite of our differences, because our diversity is the key pillar of our unity. I sincerely thank and welcome you abroad to go with me in this journey. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me just finish by saying that my tribe is Africa. My tribe is one Africa. Whatever tribe you have, it's Africa. And that's how we can unite each other. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my listeners today. Diaspora Show Talk. And I see Marita joined already. And I want to start with a prayer, which is our tradition in order to get a clarity and a great discussion. I want to begin with to thank Xavier for giving us today, for being awake and breathing and being able to have this show, and at the same time to be passing information and sharing information and helping one another. Dear Xavier, thank you for giving us this opportunity, the Creator, the Almighty, and hopefully we'll get through all this hurdle that we're trying to put together to get one Africa on its path. And one path is by your blessing. Bless us all, my Lord. And again, for those that are sick, that cannot move, we bless them all while they're in bed or they're walking. Give them clarity. Give them all the love, because you're the Xavier of love. So I bless you all, and thank you so much for joining me today. I got some few special videos that I'm probably going to play. I know some of you probably did not get the opportunity maybe to see, but this is one of the songs made by our own true leader that he's talented. And I think we should visit that talent. And in fact, I'm going to have some discussion about it. But again, today, pretty much, I'm talking about really part of the fundraising, and at the same time, all the ideas that we have. Like, I envision Africa where, and then finishing the sentence, elaborate some ideas again, and how will you use your talent, passion, opportunity to further this vision in our community? There's a lot of strong minds out there, talented mind that can also help us go through this, I call it the harvest of talented Africans by Africa within Africa, and how to attract all these talents in order to really fulfill our goal and our vision. And it's a goal that's been set, and I always put it in there as like when I say talent, we have so many talents like science, technology, healthcare, medical, engineering, all the arts that we have, the African arts and the cultures, how to promote these, how to harvest these people that really are really talented, people that works in the mining industry, how to mine better, how to get our own mining equipment and material, so we don't have to depend on other companies that comes foreign and exploit us. And actually, once they know we got a lot of gold, literally a thievery, just the people are going to be there. They will do whatever it takes to maximize on that profit. In the meantime, the life of Africa has always been endangered, and it never been returned for the Africans, because it's always been me, me, me. And after that, it's up to the leadership. The leadership's also fell. And as just this vicious cycle on how we can really harness the Africans, and how we can proceed forward, and how we're going to be doing this great opportunity. I see a great opportunity, because we had a lot of failing issues that we need to address one at a time. But at the same time, when you fix one, you got 10 others that get created, and then how to create another solution for all these. Do we need outside interference? I don't think so. I don't think we need outside interference. We can solve our own problem within our own self. And the only way that you can do and solve it is once you line up the process of how to mitigate, how to go through the community and find a solution. And Nary has a lot of experience into that community slash socialist, but the socialist is not the socialism that we talk about constantly for the going for communism and stuff, but it's more like on the respect for one another, the integrity, the honesty, helping one another, be there for one another, stand together. People probably just go, "Oh, this is the socialist stuff," but no, this is the true nature of Africans, that we really help one another. This is our natural instinct to help one another. It's just that we got some interference that really make us forget, or maybe just put us in a stronghold, saying, "Oh, I'm not going to be doing this because he's been doing me." So we become just a local, and then from the local conversation become the national, and then from the national international. And we try to make sure that we can discuss these matters, and among us, we have always going to have a solution. I'm very sure. Sometimes, when you are really digging through certain solution finding, you are so deep in it that you start forgetting what the other options are, because now you're stuck with one, and you're just spending so much time to really say, "Hey, this is the solution," but actually, it's not. So stop wasting your time in certain condition, because you're always going to have to find your family, your friends, or someone that's going to come along to get you out of that hole, and let you see uh, different opportunity. And one of the things that we don't have, we don't seek uh, the firsthand advice. We're so determined we're going to solve it all by ourselves, and it's impossible. When you are involving millions and millions of lives, that's going to depend on that solution. And you dare to help. You have a great heart. You have a great vision to it. But at the same time, you need to collaborate. We need to network. This is where one of my discussion. Africa need to network among ourselves and learn from each other. And when it comes to the tribal issues and stuff like that, really, it's not a tribe. These are nations. They can be small nation, but their nation, they existed. They've been there. So we have to respect all of them. These are God gift. Xavier created them. Maybe they'll be the source of one day they will have a great leader that's going to come out from them. So we have a purpose on this earth, and our missions is up to the Xavier assignment and fulfill it. But the best thing that we're going to do is just make sure that we love each other. Like I always said, do not raise your arm against any African, and any specifically women. The brothers, you have to protect our sisters. I always say that because it's very important. These are the one that's going to carry our future leaders, and if they see respect through our brothers and through the community, we'll have a very healthy baby, and that's what we need: a very healthy baby, and treat each other really with respect. And it starts with us. Everybody, if you really deep down in your heart, you'll find that peace. You'll find that you're able to do that. It's just going to need to deeply think with yourself. So yesterday I was just right before I went to sleep. This strong feeling that I had about our existence. It came about that it seeks balance. It seeks your life has to be balanced. So let's say, as an example, when you do so many things that are wrong in your life, okay, it seems like that wrong get endorsed more. Okay, you get more reward as you're doing wrong. Okay, now you just realize that enough is enough, and then you turn the bad or the evil or the wrong stuff that you've been doing, and now you're trying to equilibrate yourself. This is the language of Xavier. It's the language that's been instilled in us and deep inside of us, that when you start coming out from that to balance yourself, and then now you're trying to be good, when you start coming out from that, now so many bad things start coming up to you. So because now you're coming on the good side, so you'll be challenged over and over. But if you really understand your way of doing business before has changed for the better, for the good, you'll be challenged because you've been doing wrong all this time. It's the same thing with our leaders. I've realized that the more bad stuff that you do, and you try to equilibrate yourself to be good, let's say after so many years of ruling, now you decide to do good, you've been doing good and you're coming out from that downtime. And if I really give you some very clear example, you may understand that on what I'm trying to inform you is something that it was very strong yesterday, very strong, that I need to pass it on to my family and to my brothers and sisters. You know, I'm not a preach. I'm not a priest. Okay, I don't have that. But it's so amazing. So the more time that I spend on this podcast, the more I come into it, I feel like I'm getting aligned to the program itself, and I became more open. In fact, there's a lot of things that I feel on a personal level, because I feel that my experience also will hit so many people that have the same experience but different time and dates. But this is one of the things that I want to really tell you. The example is about Gaddafi. Gaddafi just went on a coup d'etat and everything else. He was oppressing and all that, military, and he did everything he can possibly do. You know, good or bad, it doesn't matter. But the way was, he was a bad dictator. Okay, that's how the world just put it. But as you know, progressively, Gaddafi was coming up into really putting his people together. Not only his people together, now as he's going up, he's been challenged internationally. People really want to whack him to begin with. They cannot, but it's just he was struggling into getting on that level where now he opens the arm for his people and for Africa. And when he reached that goodness, when he reached to that level where everything started changing, see, like that's what I was telling. When you have that balance, you know, that comes in on equal base, so just one slip, it was gone. Okay? Because all of us have that built into us. It's not just about, you know, mistakes, but there are some mistakes that you do, you never pay attention. Maybe they're not important for you, but you really actually hurt someone's feeling in that. And it's very important that we know we live by certain code that's integrated into us and interconnected. We're all interconnected. When you hear somebody that really did some bad stuff, and you hear it on the news, I'll say majority of people feel the same agony, the same hurt on seeing what the family is going to go through. It's amazing. It's just, that's being human. And when you see it more now, this balance, I call it the balance of power. Okay, you got a dark power and you got light power, and that balance is within you. It's you. As you identify, you know you're going up. You know something might happen, but you got to be ready for all the changes that you make, or for all the decisions that you make. And as you balance yourself up at one time, and then really start seeing things clearly, take a deep breath and enjoy that moment, because that moment is beautiful. It's a moment of truth on who you are. That's where you get the clarity. That's why people keep saying your experience, but if this experience is not balanced out, and you're not going to be given that forward thinking, that understanding, your inner understanding of your existence and what you represent on earth, is very important. You have to identify that. Because if you're born and you die, you know, yeah, that's a short sentence. It's there. But if you lived your life to the fullest, bad, good, evil, it doesn't matter. You lived it to the fullest, and you start understanding and you start balancing yourself. Sometimes, you know, we give the excuse of ignorance. But there's nothing ignorant when it comes to that connectivity to each other. You know, when you do harm, you don't need to be, I didn't know that. I was hurting him. No, you feel it. It's not a spoken word. You try to speak out of it, but it doesn't matter because you're in trouble already. Because you hurt somebody. That person is speaking. That person is saying something. So for everything that's going on in Africa, when you look at it in general, as there's a lot of not understanding that when you do something good, okay, you think it's good, but sometimes it will hurt. But you'll see how many people will benefit from that too. Because if I got 95%, 97% satisfied, even though they might have some gray areas, I just leave it at that. You did a good job. You got to keep on putting that and replicate it. And replication, like I said, if it works, be perfect at it and see it again, review it again, just to get access on the percentage that you've been missing, and then share it. Because if somebody knows how to find water and how to dig, and he perfected it, even though that water might have certain things in it, and you able to filter it, and you being able to clean it, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Then, yes, the finding of the water will help the whole village. But if that water got a little bit of certain contamination of mineral and stuff, then you have to find a filter. If you're just going to keep on drinking it, you're going to be back to zero. But again, you still will manage to filter that water. And how the filtration system, all that, it comes with that territory. So this is as an example, but there's other ideas, other things that can really be hurtful to an individual. Again, I'm gonna play this. Hey, Marie Antoinette, how are you? Regmon Music, grace and peace. Thank you. Marit also, thank you for joining. It seems like, I got more people coming in too, and I just opened my comment again. So thank you so much for joining me. And for those of you who are listening still, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure that you go to our GoFundMe. It's in the description. If you look at the description down below, it's there. You can see it. We just put that list. The link is there. Please be generous and keep funding. So this is going to be a little bit short stream. As you know, I got a couple of graduations, so at the same time, I'm just going to go getting funds. So still working. Even though you just pray for me so I can have more collection today. So the idea today is to hit 3,000. We are 2,864. So 2,864 euro as of now. And 10 people just donated for everybody's information. Now I'm trying to get you to share this. It's amazing, the more I see it, and I want your comment too. So I'm going to share this this video. And when I first, it's another truth renaming. So I'm going to play it for you guys. So it's by Mika. Did a great job on it. All right, if you guys ready.
The world that we are living right now, there's so much lies, and we're living lies. Sometimes, even when you speak the truth, people, they're not interested in the truth. People, they don't pay attention to the truth. They don't want to hear it. But what is truth? What is truth? Is truth, is it what you read from the books? For example, if you want to know about Africa, Is it what you read on the book? Things that different people, they write, right? Their opinion about Africa? Or is it something that somebody tells you about yourself, that this is the truth? This is who you are. For me, at least for me, the truth for me is that still small voice inside of me. Like when the whole world is telling you that this is impossible, achieving one Africa in our generation is impossible. We have been struggling for that for like 60 years and we still don't have unity in Africa. It is impossible. There's still small voice inside of me that tells me that it's possible to achieve that. When the world is telling you that, you know what, you cannot do this. I mean, you're African, you cannot make it, especially outside of Africa, because you're black, you cannot make it. There's still small voice inside of me that is telling me that you can do. That is truth for me. And each one of us, we have that instinct inside of us. Regardless of what the world tells you, regardless of what has been written in the books, because everything you see is opinion of people. They did their own research, they discovered some stuff and they wrote it. That means you can find your own truth as well. And it's inside of us, that voice. And if you never heard that voice, then I think you can do whatever you want to do, whether it's meditation, whether it's research, whether it's going to school and find.
Come here, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. This right here, this.
I just hit that when it comes.
Right?
Find the truth at the end of the day, because the truth will be there. The world we're living in today and the system of this world, it was never created for black people or for Africans. This system, as they were creating it, like Africa, you and me, we were outside of the picture. That's why today, you African, you can go anywhere around the world and still feel like it's not your home, still feel like you're isolated, exploited, you're not belonging there because it's not your system. Our ancestors, when they were taken a long time ago during slavery and brought there, they were brought there not to have a good life. No, they were brought there to work for white men, to develop them. Today, you have a lot of countries out there that are developed because of the blood, sweat, and tears of a black man. That's how it was created. So it's true, today we're fighting for the rights outside of Africa.
Okay. Just had something that just bizarrely showed up and just blocked all my screen. Uh, Marit, were you able to watch the video? Because for some reason it was not playing on my side, and it was sharing for a while, and then suddenly stopped. So I don't know if Sam can comment or Marie Antoinette, any of you that is out there. Can you hear me? Because I can see that my voice is going across, but I don't know how much of the video you watched. Anyway, I'm just gonna play it where we left off accurately, but I'm gonna replay it. Sorry for the typo in there. Sam, if you can hear me, just let me know, because I just want to check if the voice. You cannot hear me. Okay. Let me see my settings, because yeah, all my mic and everything else is there. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sam. Because I was worried, because I can see my icon flashing every time I'm speaking, but I don't know if it was broadcasting, because I was just sharing this beautiful, beautiful video, and I'm just gonna. I just want you guys to let me know if you can hear it on the comment section, because I don't want that to happen again, because it has a lot of information. It has a lot of information, so I'm just going to back it up a little bit on what we missed. I'm still on, right? So anyway, let's share this again, and it should be great. Again, it's not sharing. I don't know why it's not sharing that particular video. It's just incredibly crazy.
I began from the very beginning of time, right? And I can ask you one question right now. What does history tell us you about Africa? Who discovered Africa? If you write right now on Google who discovered Africa, you find out that is one white man that he came and discovered Africa. And you can ask yourself that how can you discover a place that already exists? How can you discover a place that people already live in that place? It is impossible, but that's what the history tells us. That's what people believe about Africa, that it was discovered by a white man. This guy, he came, and then he went back, he gave a report, and then the next we know is colonialism, because those guys, they sat somewhere to divide Africa like a piece of cake, because they discovered it, they own it, it belonged to them. But that is us. We discovered, we're the first people to know. And today you have a lot of people around the world that they think that Africa was discovered by them. So they divided us, right? Divide the continent and give each other some pieces. when you go to Angola, Angola was part of Congo Kingdom, guys. It was not even called Angola, it was Angola. Angola, it means the kingdom. That's the meaning of Angola. Even the capital city of Angola, they say it's Luanda right now, but it used to be called Luanda. But you know, those white men, when they came, again, guys, I'm not anti-West. Don't get me wrong. But again, when those colonizers came, what they did, this is what they say. They say, if you read in the history, they'll tell you that they were not able to pronounce Angola. It is impossible. Like, you are smart, you study, you're civilized, that's how you see yourself, and you cannot pronounce the word Angola. So it changed to Angola. Luanda, it changed to Luanda. And so many other different places. If you type right now on Google, who discovered, the first person to discover Victoria Falls is a white man. David Livingstone, he's the one who discovered Victoria Falls. But the people of Batonga,
the new best way to make money online that nobody's talking about is something you've never heard of before.
They used to name that place Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders. That's the original name of Victoria Falls. But today everybody will say, we call it Victoria Falls. And we say that David Livingstone discovered that. And we still praise the name of the Queen Victoria. The same thing to the Lake Victoria. We call it Lake Victoria, but that lake, it had its original name the way before that guy came and discovered that. These are lies. Not only that, even the word Africa. Do you know who discovered the word Africa? You know who named our continent? It's a white man. It was not Africa. I told you that the Congo Kingdom was bigger kingdom all the way to Angola. Let me call Angola. All the way to Angola. And then they divided it. People, like right now, if you see African map, there is part of Angola is inside Congo. Do you know that? Not only that, they use another way to teach different language. So people in Angola, they started to learn how to speak what? Portuguese. And people from Congo, they started to learn how to speak Belgium. Why? They were united, they were strong, but they had to divide them by teaching them different language so that they may not appreciate their culture. They may not be grateful with who they are. They may not embrace their identity and learn another identity. They were not done. They didn't stop there. Oh, they took some of our people. They found some people who, like Africans who were like strong like me, handsome like me. They took them and they took them away of the continent. Skillful Africans. These days we call like brain drain, right? They took them away because they wanted to develop themselves. And today, when you look at African, everybody out there think that Africa, they have low IQ. Who is the founder of IQ anyways? Africans, they're poor. Africans, they need support. Africans cannot survive without us being there, because from the first place, we went there, we discovered them, we taught them, we helped them to develop. Today, we're even happy when you look at South Africa, the way it developed, and we are happy about that. That, hey, look at this. But you can see what is going on in South Africa there. The division that is in that country, our brothers and sisters, it's outrageous. So the lies began all the way from the beginning to divide us, to change us, and to change our history. Today, Africans, we are struggling with identity. We are struggling with division. We look at each other differently because of our tribes, because of our color, because of our nationality, because of our languages. And we're still struggling with that. We don't think we're one people. We don't think we're one family because of someone else who had its own interest to divide and to conquer Africa. And it's still happening today. We ask ourselves every single day, why Africa is poor? Africa is poor because we don't have our identity anymore, because somebody else named our identity. And the big person to blame there is us Africans, who allowed that to happen back then and who are still allowing it to happen even today. I was asking myself, if we know how much unity means to Africa, we know that unity is power. You cannot know the meaning of power, and you cannot know the true meaning of power if you don't have unity. If you don't have unity, you don't have power. Africans, we don't know the meaning of power because we don't have unity. I'm telling you guys, power is not in the military. It's not in that. It's not about that. It's about the unity. And we'll never get to know the meaning of power if we are not united. And leaders and everybody in Africa knows that the only thing that can change Africa is unity and oneness. But we don't pursue it. But we are not ready to do it. Why is that? Because we have been comfortable for so long, living divided, losing our identity, and we are not ready to put on the work to find our true identity from the beginning, the true history of Africa even before colonization. Know who we really are as Africans. This is what I say all the time, that Africa is a big family with 55 different children. These 55 different children, they don't have same behaviors. They don't have the same, they don't look alike. Sometimes they don't even speak the same language. It depends where they grew up. But we are family. Why 55? Because 54, there are countries inside Africa, and that one country is diaspora. Africans all around the world, and they are our family. Because Africa is not just a place, but Africa is people. Me and you, we are Africa. The word is telling you this, that there's developing country, there's developed country. That's what they say. I never seen African say that. Who said that? White man. He said that. Oh, you guys, Africa, you are a developing country. Oh, us, we are a developed country. Let me ask you a question. Developed country means you got yourself figured out. But why all the time, constantly, you're looking forward and you try to exploit Africa to develop yourself? If you're developed, you don't need to develop.
Try this strange 10-second technique tonight to reverse type 2 diabetes. Most people continue to take blood sugar medications because they've been brainwashed by the medical establishment to believe diabetes is a hereditary condition. Even though new studies are showing this to be completely false. If suffering from type 2, pre-diabetes or high blood sugar levels, then you must see this. An award-winning doctor from Maryland has just revealed the real biological root cause of high blood sugar, and it has nothing to do with sugar intake, eating carbs, or even genetics, but instead with beta cells on the pancreas. This highly acclaimed doctor was forced out of his practice after unveiling $1 billion secret.
Of yourself. You are a developed country. You got yourself figured out. And we are the ones that are developing. And yet, you exploit us. The truth is, we are all developing country, guys. The reason why there's this lie, so that you may look down on yourself. You may look down on yourself and believe that you need help, you need support, you need loans, you need aids, and you always beg to that because you want to develop. You are still not developed. What is the true meaning of developing? What is the meaning of that? And today, the system of this world was never created for Africans, and yet we still try to develop according to the Western standard. That development is having tall buildings, like long buildings and all this stuff. It's not about that. What about community? What about where people live? What about food? What about infrastructure? Do we really need tall and long building while our people are dying in Africa because of hunger? Why don't we invest that money into food? Why don't we empower our farmers so that they can produce more and Africa will never struggle with food? Today we have to ask for food from outside to come to, like the World Food Organization, they have to support Africa for that. It's shame on Africa and shame on us. Africa is a continent that can sustain itself without depending anyone, without relying on anyone for 100, even 1,000 years, because Africa is the only continent that has everything. Like, name it, everything we have it in Africa. Is the richest continent in the world. We cannot be free until we're in charge and we are in control of our own narratives, of our own medias, of our own economy. The reason why we're still poor, because our economy is controlled by the Westerners. You can never be free if your economy is controlled. The reason why the media never talks positivity about Africa, because it's not African media. They have their own agenda. Just like I told you, all these lies about Africa, they have their own agenda. They will never talk positivity about Africa. We want to transform and change Africa, and we cannot change Africa if we do not change. Yes, we're talking about the biggest problem we have in Africa is unemployment, but I want you to change that word problem to opportunity. For me, I don't see anything.
Again, I really want to apologize in between that been happening on my coverage, and every time that I play these things, I just want to let you know, guys, this thing is like being bombarded left and right. I don't know why this thing is happening, but we are in the right path. That's all I can tell you right now. There's so many things that's going to be interfering. There's so many things that's going to be doing so many things to us. But you know what? We're going to keep on to the struggle. We're going to keep this up front and fighting it all the way through. So this is a very powerful message that Mika put together. And I'm getting a lot of disconnect. I'm getting a lot of things that's happening, which I did not experience, and especially commercial that's interfering. And I mean, it's just crazy. Again, you know, we're gonna go through these hurdles until we get our own web and our own place in our own place. So this struggle is, again, like I was telling you, we're doing so many good things that we want to walk the talk. And my apology for those of you that are really listening to it. And I was I can listen to this over and over, and it gives me so many information that really the truth is there and brutally honest. That's what Mika always said, and we always believed, and we always are truthful for it. And it is what it is, as you can see it. So I'm going to go back to the video and see, you know, I can see Ethiopia in that. Yes, Mika, we should stand together. Okay. And that's what we should stand together and be powerful, or we stay divided and poor. Our generation is responsible for the Africa we will see in the future. So this is what I, even my title is That's Where I Talk, but at the same time is our vision on what we need, where we're going to start. So I'm going to continue the video, and I'll try to keep up with all these bombardments. So again, you know, forgive me, family, that I didn't transmit it. I mean, I'm trying, but it's just so many bombardments. So I'm going to let it play, and just give me a second. I'm just going to be right on it and enjoy.
As a problem is an opportunity. Unemployment is an opportunity for you to discover, for you to do something to create jobs in Africa. Because in the age today, it's not about sitting and waiting for government to employ you, but you stepping outside, see the problem. One of my friends once said, you have to fall in love with the problem, because once you fall in love with the problem, you do research, you search about it, and you try to do something about it. And eventually you bring that change that Africa needs. If I want to change anything surrounding me, then I have to change from inside out. And I'll be able to bring that change that Africa needs. And youth, we're the leaders of today, we're leaders of tomorrow. We always hear that. And we have that in our hands. It's an opportunity for us to bring that change. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mika. Always enjoyed his conversation. Great. I mean, it is really putting it together and help us through together, and being able to navigate through this challenging time. It's amazing. The fact that we're asking our studio, the fact we're asking to have our office And one of the things that when I put it together, and I hope everyone here will agree, okay, is that we established in Swahili Nation One Africa in Tanzania. And when I looked at uh, the national anthems throughout uh, the Africans uh, countries, Tanzania is the first that said about Africa. And that really uh, uh, make you understand, because when they sing the national anthem, okay, they talk about Africa. It's about Africa. And they say, God bless Africa. Bless its leader. Let wisdom, unity, and peace be the shield of Africa and its people. I find it very powerful. And I believe Tanzania really be the heart of Swahili nation, one Africa, home. This is 1961 that this national anthem came. Again, I repeat, it says, God bless Africa, bless its leaders. Let wisdom, unity, and peace be the shield of Africa and its people. And that is very powerful. And you guys can look at the Tanzanian national anthem with music, vocal, and lyrics, or with English translation. So it is powerful. And it just, you know, in a twist of fate, the national anthem has been sung in 1961. We found a Tanzanian, and his name is Mika Shabala, as you all know. And he put this platform together. And that national anthem was the future forecast of Swahili nation in Africa. And that might, I don't know how to explain it, but it gives me the warmth in my heart. Wouldn't just chose it or things, but it did happen to be. Mika is our Tanzanian African brother that gave us this opportunity to discuss anything we want to discuss about, and give us this platform, and created this family, this African family, African to the chorus. And now we need to move forward. And it's like we're walking the talk. On this channel, we shared so many documentaries, Mika in Africa, traveling, going to Ethiopia, going to the youth summit, going through the Ethiopian different regions, going there. And in fact, he came up with the name. Actually, they blessed him in baptism for it as Haile Jesus. So he became Haile Jesus. So this is amazing. His Mika journey to this point, to today, we're all aligned as family. He created this family. He brought it together, and our family is growing. And I really want to thank to those of you who are listening to this transmission, to the stream. I really thank you for being part of the family. I know some of you don't have the timing. You know, it's always 2 p.m. in the Washington, D.C. area, the eastern U.S. but at 9 p.m. in Africa. And we have so many information that's coming through and collaborating with one another 7 days a week. None has been paid. None has been here to promote different agenda, but purely the concern of our continent. Concern on what can I do for Africa, not what can Africa can do for me. That's my attitude. And I picked that from John F. Kennedy because it's true. Ask what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. And it goes a long way when you really understand that specific message. It was not just for Americans, it is for the globe. We're a bunch of nations trying to eat each other. Went how many wars does all this nation goes? And we still have wars in our nation. And we still have this unrest because someone want to make a buck and compare the human life, one human life, for $1. For $1. We're living in this chaotic time. Now it's time for Africa to really take this time and take advantage. And one thing I want to talk the line of information that I put together, and we're looking at the on the agenda is to fill the blanks. I've been talking about how to interlace the African diaspora with African now, and we talked about 2 weeks on the road, 2 shows on the road. But today I really want to emphasize on the why we're building this Rising Nation One Africa office in Tanzania, and that's going to be the headquarters. And we're not going to stop there. I just want to let you know that every €5 that you're going to be putting in, and once we open the office, you will be so proud that we have something tangible, something that is out there, something that represents all Africa, and we just want to make sure that everybody's going to be in line in the contribution in there. The $5 is going to be just $5, but the understanding that we cannot have this kind of what you call a stagnant moment, because we're going to pursue our future together, and we're going to pursue the future of Africa together. So it's very important that everybody understands that €5 that you're going to put is going to be the beginning of One Africa. So I just want to make sure that I'm going to share my invite, and those of you that can join us, really appreciate that, because it's very important that we can discuss this matter. So please join me, Nation One Africa, and we're going to be doing a great show together. I'm going to try to adjust my audio. I can hear some people cannot have the audio issue. How about now? Can you hear me? Do we have a problem with the my audio? I just want to make sure. Chrissy, is there any interference on my audio? I just want to make sure that it's clear. That's one thing I told you. We're in the challenging time. Everything is going to be challenged. I've been doing this show, and I've been using this mic, especially now when we ask about GoFundMe, trying to establish our One Africa. I've been telling on our meetings too. It seems like something that's trying to do something, but at the same time, it's not going to deter me. It's not going to deter me from what I'm going to plan and do as One Africa. And I think everybody will understand we've been challenged, and we're going to face this challenge, find a solution, and go forward. Because we are Africans that wants good for Africa. We're not fighting the world. We just want to be respected, and we just want to be part of the global entity, recognized not as a poor country, not as a poor people, not as of anything that degrades all African, in fact, all blacks. We are one Africa that's trying to better our Africa, our Africans that are in diaspora, to give them strength, to have the heart to sacrifice and to fulfill the Pan-Africanism that started a long time ago, that was just attacked brutally on top. We are at the bottom, and we're going to build it from the bottom. If we have a good foundation, a good plan, a good forward thinking, and respecting one another, loving one another, and strengthen our communities, the immediate community. Don't try to go and try to create another community somewhere that you don't even know, but start with your own. Start within. Something that you can reach. In fact, I would say something you can walk to. Talk to them. Talk to your neighbor. Somebody that supports you. Because the 25K that we're asking is nothing compared to the voyage we're going to be on. Again, you know, it's us, within us. The change is here. And those of you that listen, those of you that really follow truly your heart, you're African. Give just like any African does, because that community thinking, that community loving, it is within us. We are born with it. You know, like Africa says, it takes a village to raise a kid. Didn't say it because just like that. It's because it's been proven. It's been really proven. Mom works, pop work, and the kids, you know, he goes to school, come back. But when he comes back, he's still between homeschool, back. The community is watching one another's child. You make sure that, oh, I didn't see him coming home today, or I didn't see her coming home today. Who is she with? You know, people start talking because they protect their own. We have that. It's just taking it to another level. And so we start small. We hit the low-hanging fruit. And one of the things that I say the most important thing for Africa, specifically Africa, is food security, healthcare, and as well national security. Yes, you know, I've been saddened on what happened past week, the killing and the death of innocent Ethiopians, crime that was done by Ethiopians to Ethiopians. That saddens me. You shall not raise your arm for another African brother or sister. in fact, for humanity. Think twice. Is that the dollar? Is that the motive of the evil? Killing innocent children and women. That's heinous crime. This has to stop. And this is not about politics. This is not about anything but humanity as human. We have to be very careful on what we do, our action. You're accountable for your action. You think you can escape. Well, when you spill blood and you destroy the creation of the Creator, you'll get the rap. I guarantee you that. There's no escape. There's no escape on that. I started on my conversation. When you're at the lowest point of your act, and then now you start balancing your act to do good, there's a price to pay. Or maybe just disregard humanity. Then it's even worse. Those of you that committed all these crimes, you'll be hunted down, and you'll get your fate. That is there. It's just people don't talk about it. And again, Xavier, please forgive the souls and let them rest in peace, those that have been hurt. And those that have been wounded, give them a fast healing. It really hurts to my heart, to the core. Again, those of you who would like to join my conversation, please join me. And I'm going to put the link in here. And we can discuss furthermore. But I got one little treat that you probably watched it individually on the show, but I find it very, very nice. And let me see if I can bring that up and share with you. This is done by our own family. And let's see, I just want to make a reaction for that. So it's not only Mika that's going to do reaction on somebody, but again, I just want to see how you guys are going to see this. And let me share that video. It's a nice, very nice video, and that shows you we got talent. We got talent, and that talent. It's up to you guys to judge it, but for me, I told Mika's enjoying some nice wedding of his brother. So again, we still have Mika on our mind. So let's see if I can find that video, and this is really very nice.
In the covers of your heart, studio beloved, your day stood the fairest among 10,000 words. You formed the seasons and fixed the time. You gave me sparks in the morning light. Creation flow from your love. You were crafty and I was breathing. You were laughing, I was reaching out for you. I was made for heaven. I was made for Jesus. I was made to walk the cool of the day with you. With you. First in the garden of paradise, knew the pain from the Father's heart. To get us back, you gave it all. Filled in the likeness of flesh on earth, bore the cross that we deserve. I've gotten down on one knee. Spirit breathing on me, been set my mind. See what I was made for. I was made for heaven. I was made for Jesus. I was made to walk in the cool of the day with you. I was made for heaven. I was made for Jesus. I was made to walk in the cool of the day with you. With you. The whole point of my existence is to know you, Jesus. The whole point of my existence is to know you. Oh, the whole point of my existence is to know you. The whole point of my existence is to know you. Oh, the whole point of my existence is to know your love. The whole point of my existence is to know your love. Is to know your love. Is to know your love. I was made for heaven. I was made for Jesus. I was made to walk the cool of a day with you. I was made for heaven. I was made for Jesus. I was made to walk the cool of a day with you. With you.
Wow. I love this song. Great song, Mika. Mika and his partner. Really appreciate that. I hope everybody enjoyed this clip, actually, this video. And I think, again, Mika is talented also on that aspect of music. And music is a song for all of us that touch. And they beautifully sing it. Can you imagine? We got so much production that we can do as Swahili Nation One Africa. And music has always been the heart. Our drums being the heart of all Africans. We love drums. This is the most beautiful music right now. And well performed. Very tight. I think if you really look at it, and the African Got Talent, let's put it that way. It's just beautifully made. Again, we have so many other that's so talented, and there will be another broadcast hopefully next Friday. I'm trying to bring another if not the talented guy, that we're gonna have a Friday music where we're gonna be putting all these things together. So stay tuned. I'll make sure that it's already set and been really set and ready for production. So it's really something that I tried to bring in yesterday, but it did not work because of certain scheduling. But again, we're going to bring that and promote these talents that we have within African and especially music is really something that we all enjoy, and especially African musics. We created the drum, all the salsa and all that you can see. It came from Africa. So uh, we'll have a great Friday. So I'm gonna keep on bugging him. He's a guy that worked with several known artists. He did. He's got a CD coming up. You know, it's not announced yet, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure that his identity is covered. But he's going to be playing it because there will be so many other things that's going to be for Swahili Nation, One Africa, and I'm going to get Mika and him to meet, and maybe they're going to make a jam each side. That'll be awesome because we have to have fun in order to have fun and have the creative mind to work that shows our togetherness. So those of you who would like to join me today, I really appreciate it. And let's see. I'm going to put the StreamYard. Uh, here you go. I just posted it. And next thing that I would like to talk about is the uh, I started it, but I started talking about it, but it's harvesting African talents because as you see it, uh, uh, Africa is vast, it's huge, and when you talk about talent, name it, we need it. You're looking at science, technology, healthcare, medical, engineering, arts. Arts is something that really is very important for us to really explore those different arts, African arts. And in fact, a lot of the African arts has been stolen. Uh, I think that we had for thousands of years, and suddenly find them in a different museum, which we ask for those to be returned. And Marita did a wonderful job. Actually, she just not email anything. She mailed it. I mean, she mailed a letter to return what belongs to Africa. So art is very important also. The very first thing that we talk about is how can we accelerate? Because how can we accelerate in the agriculture field? And since Africa, very blessed, give a wonderful lands and rain, and as well give her the opportunity of the resources. People that can really work on agriculture, but we need to make sure that that the farmers are equipped with the technology necessary and making sure that they're going to be having a higher yield, which comes down to the food security. Our food security is very important. Without the state of having a reliable access to a sufficient quantity. And then, don't forget, it's not just food. It has to be nutritious food. It has to be something that's going to be healthy for us to consume. Just because certain things will work high yield, you're not going to bring them in and plant it. And some of them really want to plant it. If you don't use the same seed, it's going to destroy that. So I'll let people in the agriculture can talk, but these are the few information that I have. My voice is going crazy again. The architect is online. How about now? Yeah, this audio is going crazy. Hold on, let me try to adjust the. Give me a second. How about now? Can you hear me? Okay, just give me a yes or no how if it got better because I'm right in front of my PC. So again, things are getting a little bit hectic, but hopefully that you guys can listen to me. The architect, can you hear me? Ismail Mehratu, can you hear me now? Oh, great, thank you. So anyway, without no further ado, there's one more that I really want people to understand. Those of you that just joined us, and is, creating our own office environment uh, in Tanzania, Swahili Nation One Africa. We're we're going to get our office, but we need everybody's help. And the real meaning of it, why we're looking into it, just listen to this, and then you you make your judgment. There you have it. Why Tanzania? And those of you who sees that, the first thing they bless Africa before Tanzania, and this makes a great opportunity. We never thought it was going to happen that way, but it seems like we're on the right path, and we honor the country that honored the whole Africa also. I know all African nations have
it honors the Africans. But specific when it comes to Tanzania, and Mika's from Tanzania, and he was working among throughout the whole African affairs and bringing this platform. And it just happened that we can really launch this from Tanzania and look for the 53 other states that we need to build, because we're going to build one and we're going to replicate it, and we'll be representing in every African country. This is the vision. This is what we anticipate, that all African, this is an African affair, and all Africans should be involved. Those that's going to come leaders, we're going to create leaders out of this part. So this is the opportunity to the youth to really take it by the horn. This is your Africa, my Africa. And this is a great opportunity to seize the moment and ask what you can do for Africa, not what Africa can do for you. On any help that you probably need in the future in the areas to better Africa, you're always going to have help in hand from your own African brothers and sisters, because we want to keep it within. We don't want no outside influence that's going to tell us what to do with the money that they gave us, but we want to do what we want and what we believe that is best for Africa. So a lot of people were saying, watch out for some entity that has their own interests, because they put out the money, doesn't mean they can own a share. This is not a share. This is shared by all Africans in the interest of Africans. So keep promoting who we are, our identity, our mission. Our mission statement is very clear, very, very clear. And if you promote that within your heart and you keep playing it, you will understand what our mission is. Our mission is to defend the image and bring back all the heritage of Africa, decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and create a bridge for oneness and a peaceful Africa. And all of it, when I looked at South Africa, South Africa has the same blessing to Africa. And you got Zambia also that has the same vision for Africa. So let's stand together. Let's show the world that we can do something about our own Africa without interfering on anything else, but just going after the low-hanging fruit. I'm pretty sure out there, the labeling is always poor Africa, poor things, poor detect. We got corruption. We got the whole world has corruption. The whole world. But it's easy to point out to the African continent. They kind of enjoy saying that, oh, he's a dictator. That's even if it's a good leader, he's a dictator. So they always find a way to try to get him out of the office and the turnover and trying to put their own puppet. But again, the next thing is to really support any leadership that we have, because again, when I gave you Gaddafi at the beginning, yes, he did the coup d'etat and everything. We don't promote that, but this is what happened, and I said it earlier. And then he started to rebalance, what's good versus evil, and he came hard helping his people. His people in Libya, you don't see refugee during his time. They all came back home. They went to the best schools and came back home, redeveloped the country. But again, unfortunately, what happened now in the country, in Libya, it was common to be the example for the rest of Africa, but it got cut short. We had 22 assassinations that happened in Africa, and these are leaderships, and nobody's questioning, and nobody. But now, this is the time for us as Africans to excel and to make our move. And I believe Swahili Nation, One Africa, will have that office. That office will have a lot of different department channels that's going to pursue for the betterment of Africa. So those of you who would like to join me, again, I put it on the short. I have a graduation that I need to attend, and at the same time promote the Swahili Nation while I'm gathering my family, friends, and I find it very important for me as an opportunity that I can tell for the one that I didn't meet yet, but for the one that I have. You can hear it now? I think it's going, like you said, my voice came in really crackly. I can see it. I can hear it myself. I got a feedback. Can somebody confirm on my voice? Is it getting any better? Because I heard some feedback. Ismail, can you hear me? Because I think, and Chrissy, I told you when we work for something good, things start going chaotic. But that doesn't deter us from putting the message out there. So if you guys can confirm on my voice again, I'll try to adjust it again. For some reason, I think the channel that I'm using is not working out well. Okay. The next one that I really want to bring in is the the next one. I'm Mary Antoinette.
Hi, Biggie. How are you?
How you doing? Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
So my voice is going crazy, huh?
I'm hearing you most of the time, but sometimes it seems as though the Wi-Fi connection is weak.
You see that now when I do other things, everything works well. When it comes to making jara, when I go on my conference, nobody says anything. Now I'm doing some great stuff with it. It gets hacked.
It's fine now, though. I can hear you perfectly well right now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because that's one thing that you don't want to lose audio. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing that I have. And in fact, when you come on the panel, when we talk and I'm missing something, you can tell me right there. You see? But on the live, you gotta wait until people respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrissy, it's because Marie Antoinette joined me. The voice got better. She comes with a lot of blessing. The family knows that. Go ahead, Marie Antoinette.
No, I came to give some moral support to you.
Oh, you're awesome. Of course, Fred. You're awesome, Marie Antoinette. How you like the little clip of Mika singing?
It was divine. I enjoyed it.
I think it was great. Go ahead.
Very, very, I mean, the ambiance was heavenly. They're very talented, very, very talented.
You know, from all the reaction, I've watched that video before, but he did a lot of reaction videos. But
Yes,
he's a good singer. He got a nice voice. I
definitely.
admit. Yeah, I admit. You know, I think one project that I want to work with him, and by getting the others, I don't know if you watched the a video made by Bono. That is the one No More War, and it has all different places playing the instrument, their things. I just want to have something like that for Swahili Nation One Africa. So we want to
Mhm.
have our own music, not the generic, our
Yes.
own intros, have the full blown lyrics, and at the same time, we can use it in between sense of it. So that's one thing that came up to my idea because sometimes, it's BJ actually. BJ is the one that really trickled that information. And if you remember, she said, I got five on it. You remember we talked about that lyric? That's where we
Yes.
said, I'm going to bring somebody, because sometimes, even though you have all this information, it's in back in your mind, but when it comes to a need, when it gets pulled, it's like a folder, you open that folder and say, wow, I have that information. So that's why I brought Mika's when he sing, and it was a very tight, very controlled, very heavily, nicely produced. It was really produced in the studio, as you noticed. So imagine all our production comes through the studios, and even we could create certain things where we can be self-funding. By funding, you get, let's say you make a one CD on One Africa, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever that you purchase, it become the foundation return.
Yeah.
So you can have a documentation that we can put together. You can download the full bucket too. That will be part of the foundation. At least people will say, hey, you know what? I put this money in there, but at the same time, I got the benefit to have that documentation. So it's very imperative that we need to have this office that's going to be really functional. I know a lot of people might say, this is remote, but no, we need to be representing in Africa and show that there is work to be done. And we notice a lot of the equipment that we're lacking. Uh, they try to, the way Swahili Nation run us due to he got to the minimum trying to get this thing put together. And it's time consuming. He needs people that's going to be volunteering in the future on certain productions. So the fact that we're going to have that office is going to give us the opportunity. Say, we're for real, and we've proven it over and over. From a movement, we actually doing something. We walking the talk. Got my $5. That's my talk. Now, got my five. I, I, I need to bring that five. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So those of you that are out there, you know, Marie Antoinette is here. So show your generosity for Marie Antoinette. Today, Marie Antoinette is the one that's going to be fundraising.
Oh, I'll try
Yes,
my best.
yes.
Yes.
Here we are in the, we are 2007-80. So we got 10 people that recently did. And those of you that keep donating over and over and over, may Xavier bless you over and over and over, 100,000%, 100,000. told. You're blessed, and you keep on donating. That is amazing. It's incredible. And we're going to keep this thing ongoing until at least we get our 6 months down or something. After that, I'm probably going to sponsor that and say whatever that you want. Here's what I'm going to pay you.
Yeah.
I'm at that level right now. I'm thinking at that level. So please donate and make sure that you're generous. This is a cause for us as Africans. This is the least we can do for Mika to really concentrate on this vision, Swahili Nation One Africa, because we cannot run it part-time. This is not a part-time job. This is a full steam. Go ahead, Maria.
No, I was saying, no, it's not a part-time job. I'm having a little trouble with the connection again.
No, I'm still here. I was just waiting until you were saying something.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but for a second I couldn't.
Yeah, let's see what happened. She was saying, Marit is like saying, where are the 2885? Let's see if I can refresh this.
Yes, if you refresh it, you'll see 2,885.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's oh no, you guys are even not there. It's 2,910. Come on, guys. I need 90 euro to make my 3,000. I just need my 90 euro. Thank you so much. Oh my God. 12 people just donated. No, next time I'm going to be singing Marie Antoinette. I think I'm gonna take over on a deeper voice, maybe something like Barry White or something,
Oh.
But I gotta practice. I gotta practice. But family, this is awesome. This is it's incredible. It came into 2910, so I'm just gonna try to share that one and make sure that we're on track. Let me see. Share that off. I'm going to share the actual number. Let's see here. Let's see if it comes. Congratulations again. You putting that information, and I just shared, but this is what you did. It's 2,910. I need 90 more. 90 more for the show. And more. Over the top is even greater. So we have 90 short to 3,000 marker. Come on, my brothers and sisters, you're out there. We're 90 short. And sometimes, we might get a delay to show because we got to keep on refreshing it.
Yeah.
To get to the number. But right now is definitely on 2910. I got two of them open actually. One is the one that display. I got one that's gonna refresh, just in case. Just in case. Family again. Thank you so much. For your generosity. This 2910. It represents commitment. So those brothers and sisters that are putting everything for their commitment, again, may Xavier be committed to you and give you all the blessing.
Amen.
Truly putting it together because you understood, you understand which way we're going to be going. This is very important for all of us, especially the youth. And we need to make sure that all the African youth participate every single moment. There is opportunity that is beneficial to the continent, to your nation. Anything that we can, specifically securing our food, because that's one thing that they want to hit us. Either we're food hungry, they will come with donation. When that donation comes with condition, they'll say they'll come in to protect you, but they protect you from where? From whom? Nobody is taking my resources without my authority. Oh, they are terrorists. Oh, we're gonna come this. All this information that you hear, why Africa is wide open for them to come in and out and take out as they go out. They take out our brothers and sisters out there because the resistance is resilient in Africa. Once they resist, there's no going back. And why opening up to begin with? Why we allow things like that to happen to our country in the name of poverty, in the name of hunger, in the name of whatever the idea they might have? Because if one country will come here, I'm going to go to Ethiopia. I'm going to help them to protect. I'm going to protect them. You're going to protect from who? Okay, that's a question. Oh, I'm going to feed them because they're hungry. Because that same old narrative that keeps going. Oh, why are you there? Oh, we're going to give them some food. We're going to protect them. But actually, what are you protecting for real? And specifically, if I don't have the minerals, if I don't have the resource, do you think that he's going to come and protect me? I don't think so. But Africa has all these minerals, resources, and that's what they really want. This is really, really what they want, is to get hold of those resources. If you notice, the Second World War, the based on those. Who's going to make the most money by eliminating, I call it blood money. And for Africans, we have to be smarter. When you build a tank, when you start building your own military tools that you need, the first thing that has to be for defense purposes, for self-defense. Each African protect themselves by defending themselves by material and tools made by African. Now you see how much you can defend yourself, because your tools for that is not registered. Africa got to show more. Africa got to be put together. Unity is important. Regardless of the borders that have been created by colonials, our mind has no border. as an African, if I believe I'm African, I don't see any border. Your mind has to be borderless. Diaspora, your mind should be borderless. That's your continent too. Don't just look at it because there's name out there for the nations. If you're African, you're African. That whole continent belongs to you. You belong there. Just being part of it. How to get involved. What can you do? What can you really do to help Africa? Our mission is clear. As Wali Nation One Africa, our mission is clear. It's very simple, but it hits every corner of what we were trying to create. And so it's up to the Africans throughout the world to really make a vow to do something for Africa. We have to take a vow. You have great content, my Lord. It's huge. When we say I'm African, it should be proud. In fact, we are beyond the so-called just the continent, but that's good enough. It's huge. Even in the map, they try to shrink it. They try to do whatever they want to do. When you see the globe on TV and it turned to Africa, you cannot even, you're not supposed to even see the tip of Africa and the bottom of Africa if you center it. That's how big it is. So it's a conspiracy, a global conspiracy to make us small, poor, hungry, low IQ. Like they said, I don't know where the IQ came from, but low IQ. We don't think we have dictatorships. We got this. Yeah, there are some reality to certain things, but at the same time, is for me, I'm looking at the future on how Africa can stand on its own and be respected in any house. If you have an African in your house, you should honor her. You should respect her or respect her, honor her. We are the future. We are the one that's making this future happen. And for those of you that are really following, really think, if you are African, eat, drink, sleep African. That's how it starts. You always should be ready to say, where can I help? What can I do? For me, I have this picture with in my mind. It's the old grandma carrying all these brushes, all this bush, just little here and there. And she's going up the hill after collecting the whole day so she can cook. And she'll carry that. I'm not talking about a young girl. I'm talking about a grandmother trying to feed the children because of lack of energy source. I think that grandmother will do a lot more things if she didn't have to go and pick those tree branches. She could have done a lot more. But again, to go get water is another thing. It takes a while. You are in the la la land for 2-3 hours before you get home. And then you're gonna have to feed the family. You gotta cook, you gotta clean. All these things that we know as Africans, and those of you that live in the city, you know, you have some source of electricity, even though it comes and goes. Water, the same thing. But imagine, in the countryside, in the rural, and how our grandmothers are really suffering in order to make the day, to meet the day. That's the picture that I have. That same grandmother, everything is in her reach within her home to be able to accomplish what she needs to do for the day. It's very important. These are the people that we need to help to make their life a little bit easier. Help the farmer that goes all day and use archaic old way of plowing, as you all know, so you can have some more time to think even a better yield next year. Somewhere to make them collaborate together, right? Because he is one of the source that's going to secure food. So if you help that little guy at the bottom level, so we're working from the bottom up, and he's able to have a whole collaboration with the other farmers, just like Ethiopia did, as an example, will improve their life. Hunger will be history. And as hunger becomes history, will evolve even to a better condition of Africa tomorrow. So please donate, and this is very important. It's just like that little monkey that I told you, my Antoinette, right? The
Yes.
just the monkey just went into this ditch. And she's got all these pines all over her body. Okay, this is an Ethiopian one. Okay, and then she managed to go up to the street with all these pines all over her body. She barely can stand. She cannot even sit down because it's all over her body. So a man approached her and he said, "Oh, poor little monkey, is there anything I can help you with?" And she said, "Yes, sir, you can help me." He said, "If you remove those pine in my butt, I can sit down and pluck out the rest of them.
Yes.
So we need somewhere we can sit and we can really do some work. A work that's needed for Africa and for all Africans all over the world. Because once we build this Africa, this beautiful Africa, a peaceful Africa, it will be an envy of the world. It's still an envy of the world, but it's going to be on equal base. Bring back the respect to Africa and to be citizens that are in the continent and outside the continent. We'll be able to question for any African life that's been taken. We'll be there, but we have a lot of work to do together. So make sure you donate to this cause. It's a very important cause. We all agree we're walking the talks. Like BJ said, I got 5 on it. Think about it. I got 5 on it. And this 5 on it,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be 18 people for this one. 18 people got 5 on it. Oh, BJ is not there today. I hope everything is well, and I know it'll be well. But I'm going to hear from her. But I missed on my show today. Mary Antoinette, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that. And people who you're listening, sometimes it gets lonely being on the panel. please join and put your 2 cents in it, because it helps. Because if BJ didn't join me yesterday, I wouldn't have this idea of the music part, because I'm thinking something else to get something better. But at the same time, I found an easy way to link certain things, and now it gave me another assignment to put this program together. So don't be shy. I know Sam is not going to join me. He said he's going to be ready. When he's ready, he's going to join, and I believe in that. Chrissy, of course, you're there. I can see on the background. So please make sure that everybody understand. Start with your family. You know, don't go that far. Start with your own family, with your family, friends. That's where the information is. In fact, we have the attitude. We have the attitude say, hey, you know what? I'll walk you through it. Here's a click, here's a click, here's a click. We're done. I've done that. I've done that. And in fact, there are people that never used it. So make sure if they have any question in donating, that, you know, just explain this is easy. This is how you can do it. So in family and friends, it's easy. And let's keep on pushing to make sure that we have what really Africa needs at this point. I'm going to refresh it again. Okay, I still got 12 people that donated, but sometimes, you know, it takes some time for the GoFundMe to come across. So we're going to have, after tonight, we're going to have 22K to come up with. That's a lot of fives. We still got a lot of five to cover. And we have so many generous people, anonymous, you know, that put in that effort. For all of you that's anonymous, may exactly give you while you pledge 100,000. May He bless your family. May He bless you, shower you with all the love and peace in mind. That's all I can say on my side. The Almighty knows exactly who did that. And this is a move that was established. Grace to Him, glory to Him. He's helping us, and I cannot wait to see and hear the day we're walking into that office. Just imagine, family. Hey, Paul, how you doing? I see you on the background. And Paul is one of our Swahili Nation teacher. He teaches us Swahili. So join them also on Thursdays. Make sure that you join all our audience. Tomorrow is Mondatezi. That's going to have the show. Monday is Mika. And Tuesday is going to be our favorite Tanzania. I don't know what she's going to come up with. Like I said, you know, I never can feel her shoes. Oh my God. That's a tough subject that she brings in. So I told you before, there's certain things I can cover, but sometimes some of them I can't. I can't put my 2 cents into them. But taking a program like that is very the culture, the African culture, is very. I think she's a right fit. What do you think, Maya Antoinette?
Yes, I'm always there to support Tanzan.
Yes.
He copes very well.
Yes.
Very well.
Hearing it from you just copes very well. I understand now. Imagine putting me in there. Oh my Lord. I'm like, forgive me, my Lord. If it just keep me to maintain it, but I know I cannot sustain it. It's very tough. And then you got Professor Israel on education. His can get tough. You know, we could spend 12 hours at one time, and it really he drills in about education, and that's one of the shows to really watch. You know, all of our shows are great. Just make sure that you know you can pick on one of, if you get one or two of us and give your 2 cents, because that's how we're going to build this one Africa. Is putting our ideas. We talk about it, we come up with ideas, and execute that idea. Walk the talk. And there's a lot of people that are doing just that, working on their project, their program. We have a lot of program behind that is not out yet, but once it gets out, you'll understand that we cannot all just us doing it. We need people. We need you. We need you, Africans. We need you, because this is very crucial moment that we succeed by the end of the year. We're looking at 1 million subscribers, but at the same time, before the million, all the office space and everything else, believe me, we're going to shoot that even in a 2 million. Even the show is going to be even changing its flavor, the attention, the information that's going to flow. Just imagine, there's so many things that's going to happen within the program that we have ahead of us. Thursday we have Swahili Nation teaching Swahili. Paul Justin covers, and at the same time we've got Dr. Ebenezer that talks about the features about the African. And on Friday, we got Pastor Israel that does a lot of the recap of the week. So hopefully we're going to recap our week to have our fun. It's going to be just fun nights. And we'll recap everything that's been said and done. And at the same time, we're just going to go forward and have a good old Friday night, we call it party among ourselves. So we'll share, we'll have a little relaxing time. And of course, Saturday's me. That's where I talk begin. And for those of you who joined me today, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm just going to get ready to get to my graduation parties. I got 2 of them back to back. And hopefully I'll come up with more money and probably top it up around in the 30 to 100. That's what I'm targeting. Always a little bit over. I love the over the top things. So I really appreciate it. Hey, Pi, you just joined. I'm just about to close out the session. But again, I'll play some videos. If you can look at it, it's going to be a short one. So you can look back and you'll be amazed. And Paul, the same thing. Is going to be a short one today. Again, I got a few things that I'm going to attend in as well. Swahili Nation, One Africa in my mind. It's like Georgia in my mind. That song, Swahili Nation, One Africa in my mind. So, Marie Antoinette, I really appreciate that. And I'm just going to close the session in a prayer. Okay. And I'm so grateful to be present in here, being able to. I've been under the weathers, and I beat that because of the prayers that I received through all of you. Those of you that prayed for me for this fast recovery.
Yeah.
That same night, I was feeling fine, and back on my feet again, and do what I have to do. And I'm very grateful for all your prayers. And those of you that's going to be needing a prayer, I'll put that prayer down for all of you that needs the prayer. May Xavier listen to your prayer. May he bless you with everything that you really wish. You have the whole universe as a shopping center. It's just the way you're going to ask, and the way we're going to help you ask, and the way we're going to pray for you. You may have everything that you wish to bless you with love and peace throughout all your household, throughout all your family. May he guard you and keep you, because he created you and he always loves you. Another special prayer is Marie Antoinette, you're still present with me. I pray for you, for your recovery, for your beating it, and you are here day in and out supporting us. May Xavier remove that cancer. May he remove all the cancerous things that you might have in your body. May Xavier bless you with everything that he's got. And you are a wonderful, wonderful person that I was privileged. I am privileged meeting you, and Africa is privileged to meeting you, Marie Antoinette. We want you to know how much people appreciate you, respect you, and love you. Because I have to say it while you are here, live, and listening to me. And the rest of Africa will pray for you. The world is going to be praying for you. I admire you, I respect you, and I love you personally. May God keep you, Xavier, keep you within Him and heal you. I bless all Africa in the world that's not having peace now because of the name of Xavier. Xavier created us, all humanity. For all humanity, I pray also to have peace, love, and care for one another because we are human. As human, let's have glory to Xavier, the Creator that created us. And may He shower us all with His blessings and His health that we require on every corner of the globe. There's a lot of other things that's happening, but He takes care of it. Let Him take care of it. For us is to glorify Him and identify and recognize that He is the one that created the world. He has His way, and let His way be the fulfilling side for us, human, to prepare us for anything that comes against us. When the evil comes, let Him destroy it for us. I bless again all of you that are here in the show. May Xavier bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Marie Antoinette, thank you for supporting. Thank you for coming for the panel. And those of you that are out there, would really love you. May Xavier bless you all. All right, Marie Antoinette, it's a wrap.
Okay. See you next week or tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see each other. We'll see that. You know that. May Xavier give us the tomorrow that we wish.
Yes.
Let be tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Again, I just want to say hello to Nati. You just came a little bit late, but at the same time, please rewind and see what we did today. I just have some few video clips and everything that I added in there. And again, I wish you all a good night, good evening, and good morning for a lot of you in Africa. Oh, you didn't get the morning yet. It's 11:19. So good evening and good afternoon. I think Pi is still in the dark. Yep, I probably be like sometimes tomorrow. So anyway, thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Biggie.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.